dollars, that's what was given to that initiative this year, was $12.5 billion to create community schools in all the South Ward schools. But when you are talking brass tacks, for lack of a better word, you know, it took years for the Harlem's school zone to start showing results. Showing its results where children are doing better academically because you've initiated all these social situations in the school. And yes, it's good, but I'm a parent and I'm going to keep on saying that. So when you say that to someone like me as a parent, I'll tell you, we don't have another 5 years. We don't have time for you to spin out another 40,000 children that are not equipped for this America of today, while you, honestly, as a parent, experiment to see if something works. Because we haven't had that here, right? So this is an experiment, right?
And for anybody, if you're not given the tools to succeed, you won't.
Exactly.
And I get back to that where we were talking about in the beginning. It's like it's oppression. It's like it's set up. It's designed for our youth to fail. We hate to sit back and say, "Oh, it's the white man," you know, got knee in my back, whatever, you know. But you know, the bottom line is a lot of systems are set up to oppress our people so that we won't get ahead, and it starts with our children. It definitely starts with our children.
Systems are set up by people who look just like you and I,
right?
And they fail our children. I mean, I'm not a racist in general, but as far as I'm concerned, pre-state control, it was the African American board, run by African American men, predominantly, with African American superintendents of the North Public Schools, and children were failed. So I don't give them the bailout, and I'm the first to say that the state control was a debacle, but so were we. So were we as a people. Who bought fancy cars, and you know, during local control is when they had the cars, and everybody had to have a car, and lots of money was greasing palms, and those were black people, Hispanic people, fell in Hispanic and black young males. And I say males because that is who is an attack in my community. That's who dies in the middle of my street.
When we talk about black males, and you know, black people, where everybody's, you know, Black Lives Matter, you know, when we talk about black males, the importance of that is the male is usually the leader of the culture. Okay, you take that out, and there goes the culture. So, and they've been doing that for quite some time. It's like, when are we, as a whole, gonna look at it and say, look, it's all set up for us to fail. Let's reverse and do something different.
Right.
Let's try, you know. I know it's not, and I mean, we can say we won the Civil War, we can say we're in the Civil War. You know what I mean? It's the way you want to look at it. You know what I mean? If you want to blindside it and say, well, you know, a lot of things, and I know a lot of times, if it's not happening to you, you don't even, if it's not affecting you, you know, people just let it just roll right off. But then when things that you do see, and I'm going to be honest with you, when I lived in my little house in Bloomfield before I moved to North, I wasn't really paying attention to anything that was going on because I wasn't living there. You know what I mean? I wasn't bothering me, you know. But now that, when I had to move to North, I mean, I had a choice. I could have moved to North Newark or the South Ward. And for my money, I got more in the South Ward than I would have gotten in the North Ward.
Sure.
You know, so I chose that, and like I said, it depends. A lot of things that happen, people say, oh, Newark is so bad, Newark is so... Well, it's a lot of retaliation killing and people getting shot. And people getting shot because a lot of the killings, they say, oh, people just run random killings. No. People doing stuff getting popped. You know, they got a business doing what they doing, they getting shot, you know. So, if there's anybody calling on the phone? Was that?
They're saying that the audio is not good.
Oh, they can't hear us?
I think y'all gotta talk into the mics more, because y'all are a little away from.
Oh.
Oh, sorry.
I get some students.
Dee Dee Scott, can you hear us now?
We gotta start a forum so they can actually, like, people can like type in and we can, you know,
Oh, yeah.
like text and type in. That would be cool. If anyone wants to call in, they can call in at 973-415-9725 if they have any questions. If you have any questions out there, just give us a call. We are waiting for your call. Last week we had 100 people call. We couldn't even, we couldn't even get the phone. We was in here cutting up. But I really think you got
So, did you touch on the community schools? Yeah.
yeah. I mean, the community schools you definitely touched on. So let's talk about this lead in the North schools.
Since we're talking about schools.
We're talking about schools, I just want to note that before I came, I said, let me check out the article for the lead poisoning. And in the article, it says, this is the media. If you only read the first part of the article, you'll think that everybody's contaminated. You know what I mean? So I had to read down, to really get the whole story. And oh, okay. Wait, who is this? All right. When people text me when the radio's going on, it's very confusing. I love you guys. But when they text me, and I'm like, oh God, I just threw off track. What happened there? Oh, we look so cute. Who's doing that? Okay. So somebody from Nonfiction Radio is showing the video. Is that you, Chris?
Yeah.
Doing that for us? Okay, you freaked me out when I can see myself on my phone. Okay, I know what that was. All right, this is cool. Look at us, we're on TV. We're talking about the lead in the public schools and how old Newark schools are. I'm a product of Newark school system, and I think the first school I went to in Newark was Alexander Street School on Alexander.
Absolutely.
And those desks were like nailed to the floor.
Yes.
And you had to slide in from the whatever thing. I mean, it was rough times.
Yes, it was.
Rough times. My teacher was Mrs. Capers. I wonder what Mrs. Capers is doing right now. Is she even around? She used to whoop us. But this was back when kids got hit with the ruler in the hand and popped and everything.
By the parents.
Yeah, well, it was getting ghetto around that time. 'Cause I remember somebody's mom from Sunset came and popped her. Somebody's mother was having that, and this was back in the 80s.
She was my teacher too, Miss Capers.
Miss Capers was your teacher too?
Really?
She had a big butt.
I had
She had a big butt. She didn't take no shorts at all. But somebody's mother crowned her. Yes, my friend Altarika's mother crowned her. Altarika was wild. But you know that one boy in the class, she kept whooping him because he kept doing stuff. He went home with a black and blue butt.
Oh, wow.
And his mother came in there, bombed her first. And Miss Wright, it was a big fight. The teachers, I never forget, I was in second grade, like, Mama, please come. It was a mess. But that was back when look how far we've come. We've come from where kids, the teachers were, and what was that doing? Popping our kids on the hand and all that crap. What was that really doing?
Letting out our frustration.
That's all it was.
Exactly.
That's all it was. Or was it really, and we were talking about this one night, was it really keeping our kids in line so they don't stray away once they get into society and think that this is their world and everybody else is just living in it, so to speak?
Yeah, well, if you talk to some people back then, like my mom was good at saying, bend the sapling while it's young. Quoting biblical scripture on why she should whoop me. And that whole, it takes a village to raise a child.
Sure.
If you look at our children today, and I hate to say this because I have children in this place today, that we would never use profanity on a bus.
Now, are we doing lead or are we back to...
Oh, we were sorry.
I'm sorry.
We jump around.
Because I have a lead question.
Sure, absolutely.
Okay, so Dee Dee wants to know, if lead is in the water in schools in Newark, isn't it lead in the water in Newark, period? I mean, it's all coming from the same place. So, just to respond to that, because the mayor responded to that in the director of the water department, it's not coming from the source, it's
Right.
actually coming from the pipes, the corrosion of the pipes that's in the water fountains in the schools. So no, it's not coming from the source, Miss Scott. Thank you for that, even though you don't have any
But getting
children
back to
in
that,
school.
that's why we were talking about how old the schools are.
Right, right,
And
right.
then we start jumping around to other stuff, but the schools are so old that the pipes are old.
Right.
The plumbing is old, and that's what it said, because as soon as I heard lead, I'm like, oh great, I've been bathing in it. I don't drink Nork's water. People say it's great. Yeah, maybe it is, I don't know. I drink spring water wherever I go. I try my best to drink spring water. But that was the big scare for me. Like I said, if you only read the first paragraph in the article, you'll think the whole Newark is contaminated until you read down or watch the video where Ross is quoting, it's not to the point where it's not like Flint.
Right.
It's
contain certain areas.
in certain areas in Newark.
Mhm.
Right. I know he had said something else. He had said something about, I had something here that Ross had quoted, but I know he definitely, we have somebody, we do have a caller calling.
Cindy Morris.
Are they calling in that line? Wanna grab it?
The phone's working, so we can try.
Why don't we write that number down?
Hello, how can I help you?
Oh, hi.
Hi. You have a question?
My question, I want to commend you guys on this topic. We don't normally talk about our children, and we don't always say what we need to do, and your guest is wonderful. I wish I lived to do I live in New York City.
Thank you so much.
Basically, my name is Cindy.
Hi, Cindy.
I basically wanted to ask you this. I want to say, let me think of the inner city youth problem and black influences. Is it something that comes to families? Is it just schools? Like, what was different? What was
Give her another number to call.
You want to give another number to call with the aux cord? Let me give you another number to call, Cindy, because we can't hear you that well. Call me at this number. Do you have a pen?
get that right now.
She said she did.
What's the number?
973
Uh-huh.
415
Say it again, for what?
415
Uh-huh.
9725.
Okay, I'll call you back.
Thank
Thank you.
you. So when she calls on this, it'll just come right up, right?
As soon as she calls.
I believe she was saying, it's definitely, don't quote me on this, but wait till she calls. It was very choppy. Very, very choppy. Community schools, that sounds like an interesting thing, but it also sounds like something institutional. I don't know why it does, but it does to me.
It's supposed to be, honestly, the community's answer to charter schools. It's supposed to be,
It's like, why do we even need that? Nobody else needs that. Why do our kids need like rehabilitation at 13? Why do we need that? You know what I mean? It's like, I just feel like we're putting, just like this gluten-free. Anybody walking around the store and see gluten-free, I'm not gonna pay you to take gluten out of the food because I didn't ask you to put it in there. I'm not doing that. Okay, so like things like that just drives me crazy. Somebody's calling. Oh, here's Cindy. Hi, Cindy.
Hi. Well, I'm saying I commend you guys for everything you guys are doing. We don't talk about it enough for our community. And your guest is awesome. I was saying I wish I lived in New York because then I can vote for her.
Oh,
Thank
wow.
you.
thank you.
As a parent and everything, I wanted to ask her, does she feel like it's an inner city youth problem all over America, and what would you like to see implemented in place? Is it something that talks to parents? I just was wondering how she felt about it.
Well, honestly, I think that a couple of people have shown us that education is failing in both suburbia, United States of America, and urban United States of America. We are definitely not the #1 country like we used to be when it comes to education. However, I do believe that in urban communities, our children see a harder time. I think that that socioeconomic situation that we have, and honestly, right now with unemployment rates being the highest here in Newark than any other city in the state of New Jersey, and when parents are out of work and times are hard, it's hard for a baby to learn. It's hard for a baby to learn.
Obstacles.
So we do have those problems. However, our children are no different than, and I like to use this analogy, Thurgood Marshall inside of a church house, segregated with one book and one black teacher, and he became a Supreme Court justice. People can be educated no matter what the circumstances. I am a full proponent of believing that our children have such an enormous capacity to learn. I think our biggest problem is politics. Wherever, and especially in urban areas, you know, our children get a lot of money for failing. Our children make the establishment a lot of money for their failure. So a Newark Public School District has such an enormous budget because although they won't say this out loud, the worse a school district is doing, the easier it is to get funding. For the child that doesn't do well in math, so we'll give you a federal grant for that. And we are, there's just like too much money in failure. So it has been honestly very, very beneficial to a lot of people that our children fail. What do I think will fix it? Parents must engage. Parents, if parents in Newark start standing up, the 40,000 children we have in this district strong, we can change the whole course of education. And they purposefully and intentionally try to keep us out of that because they know that if parents really start getting involved, we could take over the school district and they would become our employees and not our children, their test subjects. Honestly.
That's right. Did she answer your question, Cindy?
Yes, that was just on spot on point. All right. She should listen. You need to talk to Dr. Queen. We need you.
That's cool. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
How long have you been listening to our show?
Well, this is the second show that I've listened to. So now you have a fan now. Right?
All right.
All right, thank you.
That's cool.
Thank you, ladies. Have a good
If
night.
you have any family in Newark, tell them to vote for Jody.
I will.
Thank you.
All right, ladies.
Oh, she's sweet.
That was nice.
That was sweet. And you know me, I talk to everybody that I meet about nonfiction radio. I try to get at least 5 downloads a day by myself. Like, 5 downloads and then I'm done for the day.
Right.
I'm not going for the next day. I still got other entities, things in my life got going on, but nonfiction radio is a new thing.
Right.
And, but I don't remember Cindy. Did I meet her in the mall? I don't know. It's crazy. It's everybody gets a card. I don't care where I'm at, where I
That's a good
am, who I'm
thing.
talking to. I'm in Nordstrom's. I'm in Enterprise, renting a car the other day. I'm anywhere I'm at, drop my card off. I don't even leave out until somebody downloads it on
We
their
need
iPhone.
this in our sister city. This is good business.
It
This
is.
is really good business.
Are we
This-
back to the lead?
Excellent.
Or were we done with the lead?
Actually, if you want to touch base on the lead, because we keep going back to Jody because she's so fabulous. We could talk about the lead. As far as the lead goes, I don't want to feed into the hype that we're going to end up like Flint in a week from now. I don't want to underestimate lead, you know what I mean? But I don't think that we're in much of a crisis. I was looking at Ross's face. He looked a little nonchalant about the whole thing. And did you see the face he was making behind the white guy that was in, did you see that, the video? You gotta see that video.
So.
It reminded you of the whole Christy Trump thing from last week where Christy was like making faces on his head. Ross was doing the same thing behind this white guy said that came up to talk about the water. So he was like some guy that could not answer any questions. They were like banging him with questions. He was like, yeah, what's his name? And all of a sudden you saw Ross's eyebrows go up like, well, what the hell we got you up here for? So that is a funny clip. I wish I could show you guys. But you definitely can get the clip if you Google.
Right?
No, the one you had. I had the video. I don't know what I did with it. Did I do with that video? I'm gonna be posting that video via Instagram and via Facebook tonight. It's hilarious. I posted it on my page. Yolanda Kilpatrick is on my page. And then there's a woman talking about the lead, and she's from Flint, and she's like some type of analysis or something, and she's telling them, oh no, this thing is bigger than Ross. Ross and the other guy didn't know. They like called in a specialist on the New Jersey TV news.
Oh, did they?
And the specialist was like disagreeing with them, saying, oh no, this thing is, bigger than that.
Oh,
so,
wow. Oh, wow.
I mean, as far as, like you said, if it's lead in the pipes, that's going to be an issue. But we're talking lawsuits. Let's talk about lead, because then we're going to be talking lawsuits. There are going to be a lot of parents suing.
Oh, absolutely. They should.
I believe there's going to be a lot of parents suing.
You know what I thought was the worst part about it was that while we slept in the middle of the night last night, they were switching out water systems in public schools in the wee hours of the morning when it was dark and no one could see. And while, I feel like I posted it this morning at maybe 8 o'clock. And that was when I had received 50 million calls from people talking about this covert little operation they had with state troopers pulling up schools, and prisoners going in, taking water inside of the school buildings in the middle of the night and taking out the fountains. Yes, that happened in Newark Public Schools.
So wait, I did read that.
You won't read that, but that's what happened.
But I read something that said something about, I read something.
Yeah.
It was confusing because it was saying something about containers were swapped out of the building.
So like Karima said, it was fountains, the water fountains, the old water fountains, and that's where they found this high this high number of lead. So in the middle of the night, I think they found out yesterday at 4:45. So you were able to put together an initiative to get to 30 school buildings with state troopers and prisoners to swap out the fountains and bring in this 5-year emergency water. You didn't think to tell parents until 9 o'clock after their babies were back in those school buildings.